So I tried caulk putting the lens on, but I really didn't like it. It wasn't curing well at all. So I took the lens back off, smeared the caulk back off, and did it with 5200 instead. So now it's set up with tape and weights and everything to try and get it to match the contours. And just as an aside, you can make the bucket out of just about anything. My mock-up I made out of 22 gauge steel, so steel will work, plastic will work, whatever. For putting the lens back on, I used the 5200 and I cut the tip with a V, and it leaves a nice little raised edge on the caulking so that it's not a ton of caulk, but it should meet up with the cover hopefully and seal it. One other comment on the covering lens here. It's got a very, very slight curvature to it. It's not completely flat, but it's so slight that you can't like make a mold of the original headlight and then use that to mold the plexiglass or Lexan, because it's such a slight curve. So what I did was I heated the curved side up here with a heat gun carefully, and then just put a very slight curve in it, and then I put a little curve down towards the bottom corner. I mean, it's so subtle it's almost not worth doing. So here's my almost completed box after I pulled it out and trimmed off the aluminum foil that I had tucked over. The aluminum foil works good to protect the paintwork, because when you pull the lamp out, the aluminum foil will come with it. If you use tape, then the 5200 would be stuck to the tape, which stuck to the car, and then you can't get the damn thing out. So the foil worked well, peeled that off, but I do have a couple little gaps in the caulking with the 5200, which I need to go ahead and fix up. And once I do that, then it's just a question of popping the lights back out and caulking those, but not with 5200, because we want to be able to remove them if the light goes out. And then it should be done. Okay, so now I put a liberal smear of regular old caulk around the outside of the lights, and if ever one of them goes bad, it can be cut out with a knife and replaced. So now I'll just put my little holder bracket back in and put the screws in, and it'll be done. Okay, so there's the final result. Came out pretty decent. Price of materials is very cheap. Time involved is very high. I have not tried them at night. I don't know if they will illuminate well or poorly, and like I said, I have no idea what their legality is. But they look different for a little while, and it's pretty easy to switch them back to the regular ones. So we'll see.